Toastmaster. Toastmasters, fellow guests, when I first heard of this competition, because English is not my first language, I took it literally. I thought that I would have to tell about my experiences of working with tall people, which would be fine because I thought that I would tell everybody about the time that I spent playing in the NBA. See, I am not that tall, and I'm not that athletic. But, growing up in Moscow, I went to a specialized music school, where they had administered some medical treatments to me. As a result, I have a dramatically improved hand-eye coordination. And I'm able to put the ball from anywhere on the court directly into the hoop, which made me a tremendous perimeter threat. Unfortunately, because the company that had administered the treatments is in cahoots with Russian mafia, I have received several invitations. Notices. No. Threats. That's it. The death threats. Stop telling me not to talk about it anymore. So I will not be telling you about that story. I figured instead I was going to tell you about the time when I was pitching programming to the Food Network. We were going to do a spin-off on a popular program on another channel and call it Trading Spices. It was going to involve two families switching kitchens and cooking each other a delicious meal based on using the ingredients and spices available. But unfortunately, there was a tremendous food poisoning that occurred during the filming of the episode. And everything that comes and goes with that, the network never picked up the show. And therefore, I'm not going to be telling you that story either. What I'm going to tell you instead is how I lost my last job. You see, one of the talents that I have is being able to imitate birds and horses, among many, many, many other things. And my last job was doing special sound effects for the national public radio program, Prairie Home Companion. I'm sure you heard of it. What I did not realize is that as the result of the medical treatments, I have developed a latent case of the Tourette syndrome. And so we were going live on the air, and the cowboys are riding into town, and I'm supposed to be doing, but instead I launched into a long stream of swear words. But because it was in Russian, the editor did not know whether it was meant to be, whether this was part of the sketch, whether this was good or bad, he did not know. It was something like this. Дорогие товарищи, я уверен, что из-за моего прекрасного выступления вы сделаете победителями вашего соревнования. Boy, did the show get a lot of mail after that? And most of it was good. People thought it was a really nice idea to have a nice new twist on an old sketch where you have the cowboys riding into town and then the horse launches into a monologue in a foreign language. But then there were some other people, and they spoke Russian. They did not think it was so funny. They were offended. You can imagine how long I had my job after that. So, you know, don't worry about me. I jumped straight on the plane from the frozen Minneapolis straight to South Florida, where I had a great time and everything, you know, ends well that ends well. And I just wanted to, that reminds me, is that don't tell my wife. But you are looking at the real father of the Anna Nicole's baby, Mr. Toastmaster.
Do I just push it again to shut off?